Hi there, it's Sam from Pootles.co.uk. Thank you for joining me today. Today I have a box tutorial for you, and this is a larger version of the cupcake box that I made the other week, which had a wax melt in it. Now this one has got a soap in it and it's a requested size. So this is the miniature I made and this is the bigger version. And as you can see, this has got a couple of little sneak peeks of some of the new products that are coming into our the new catalogue in July. This has got the Gingham Garden Designer Series paper and pear pizzazz here. But anyway, I'm going to make it in current product today. So I've got some of the Naturals Ivory cardstock, which measures the full A4 length, which is 11 5/8 of an inch by 5 inches. Now for the girls whose cardstock is slightly less, it doesn't matter, it doesn't really make a big difference, it's the width that's the most important. So with the short side across the top, the scoring is at 1 inch and at 4 inches, and then turning it around so you've got the length at the top. The scoring is at 1 inch, 4 inches, 5 inches and 8 inches. And then this larger section here is actually going to be the this background section here. So that's why I say it doesn't really make a difference if it's just that little bit shorter. So I'm going to move the scoring tool out of the way. And I want to put the circle in the top here. And I want to do that before I start cutting into lines and things. So it's this section here with the shorter score line here. Fold that over, and then I've got the 2 3/4 inch scallop circle punch. And just kind of eyeball it in the middle. Let me just burnish that up a little bit. Whoops, just whack the tripod. And because this is thicker, the Naturals Ivory cardstock, you do have to put a little bit of pressure. So I'm kind of eyeballing this, and there we go. Pop that out. Doesn't matter that you've got the little section here, because this is actually all going to fold over on itself. Keep this bit, and now I can start folding properly. So just fold all the way along the score lines, burnish with a bone folder. And then the longer score lines along the length as well, just burnish those as well. And normally I would say cut up the sides, but these ones here, we need to trim down the length, so basically either side of this little bit that we've snipped out. So just there and there, and then the side sections here, and this one, and we're actually going to remove this long section here. Take a little bit more time than I am, but I'm just trying to go quickly for the video. Remove that section there, and these ones here, trim those as well. We can start building the box up now, and you can see how it's going to work. This section here that's got the little trim, it's going to get hidden back there. So the sections we need to glue first, definitely use a liquid glue so that you've got a little bit of room for manoeuvre. And then those fold into, not the section with the hole, they fold up to these bits here. I'm just holding in place. And the Tombow, if you haven't seen my videos before, Tombow is a quick drying glue, but it dries clear as well. But it's a very strong glue. And then this section here on the side, little squodge there. Actually, I need to do a little bit here first. Just here and here. Hopefully you can see this. I've not got too much shadow going on. Let's just quickly fold those up. and just hold for a second, just to let the glue set. Right, now come to the bits on the sides. A little bit more there. And then this section goes outside, just like that. And then because there's a hole in the middle, you can pop your fingers in just to hold it into place. Both sides, and then a little bit more glue around here, and fold that up, and that will just set nicely. Now, oh, it will set nicely if you've got a few more seconds to hold it than I have. I've got some designer series paper. This is the Epic Day This and That, which came out as an early launch in May, I think it was, but it's actually going to be part of our new catalogue. So, you know, it's been seen for a while now, and this measures, excuse me, 2 3/4 of an inch by 2 3/8 of an inch. And then these three sections here, they're also 2 3/4 inches, but they're only 3/4 of an inch in the depth. So that's nice and dry now. So I think, yes, I'm going to have this side. Just a little bit of snail. And that's the section here. Now obviously if your cardstock was slightly shorter, you'd need to adjust your, you know, how much DSP you had there. But basically you want, you know, about 1/4 of an inch, sorry, 1/8 of an inch either, all the way around. Let's put some more on the sides. Ooh, it's just fallen off. This final bit here. Oops. All fingers and thumbs today. And then what I've done here is this little, the little decoration I've put on here, that because this is for a soap cupcake rather than just, you know, an edible cupcake, the girl who's requested it, she would obviously want to be putting, you know, maybe her logo on the front here or ingredients listings on the back. So I decided that because we had this little bit left over, I didn't want to waste it. So I then took a 1 3/4 inch circle punch, punched out some more of the matching designer series paper, and then I've got some more of the Naturals Ivory, and I've got the Notable Alphabet, which is just a lovely set, and I've taken D because this is for a lovely lady called Debbie, some Calypso Coral ink because that's the sort of this lovely corally colour here in the background. Ink that up, straight down and up, and then a 1 3/8 of an inch circle punch. Pop that one out. And it's, I don't know how well you can see this in this light, it's a little bit grungy and a little bit distressed, so I've got my sponge and I'm just going to distress the edges just so they kind of match a little bit as well. Dimensional on the back of that one, and that into the middle of the designer series paper. I'm just going to put some snail on this one, onto here. Now obviously this, you know, as I said, this could be a company logo or something like that. It could be anything. I mean, obviously if it was an edible cupcake, you know, maybe put, you know, the type of flavour that it was, you could put that on there. And then I've got some of these hung up clips, so there's so pretty, there's arrows, there's coat hangers, and there's a speech bubble. I've just got the arrow here. And just attach that like that. And then pinch that soap. And this soap actually was made by Elaine. She's one of my downlines. She sent this to me. She actually technically sent it to Oliver, my 2-year-old, after he ate the one that, well, he bit the top off the wax melt that had gone in there. So, but anyway, here is the larger version of the wax melt cupcake holder that you could do. You could put a, you know, a full-size fairy cake in it, because this is a fairy cake mould, and it's just lovely and very quick and simple and easy to make, and I hope you like it. So if you've got any questions about how to get hold of any of the products, particularly the ones that are coming soon, let me know. Leave a message. I'll put Debbie's details down below and Elaine's as well, and my Facebook page, and you can definitely get in touch with me anyhow through any of those ways. Anyway, thank you very much for watching. Bye.